It is a glorious afternoon, as you can tell. I might even need like my hat and sunnies in a second. But because the sun's out and it's so nice, we thought it'd be the perfect opportunity to have a barbie. So just getting set up here. Oh, don't think we need the pizza stack. It's probably not the most conventional setup you've seen, but it'll have to do. We're still on the hunt for a good table for our garden. So for now, this is what we're doing. Nice. Yes, Barbie's lit.
We're starting off with the main for our barbecue, and this is going to be something that we've not actually cooked before. We tend to go for a burger, a hot dog, or sometimes a veggie skewer. So we really wanted to kind of push the boat out, do something a little bit creative. So we're going to make our own vegan Kofta Kebabs. So we're going to be using some plant-based mince. We've got the This Isn't beef mince, which is great. We also love the meatless farm co mince as well. We haven't tried it with any other mince, only this mince, so we know that it definitely works with this one. These koftas are sweet and spicy and savoury. They are absolutely delicious, and I can't believe we've not made them before now. I don't know why we've been sticking to the boring burger and hot dog. These are so good, and they're gonna make up part of a Middle Eastern inspired barbecue. So we've got lots of other Middle Eastern flavors coming in, but for now, let's get started making our koftas. I'm just prepping some mint that I'm gonna chop up in a minute. And don't know if any of you saw our video from last week, but we have just planted some fresh mint in the garden. So hopefully soon, in a few weeks, we should be able to use fresh mint from our own garden. We're also going to be adding in some fresh parsley. Ours is actually frozen at the minute, so please ignore what it looks like, but fresh parsley, frozen parsley, whatever you want, is just going to work. You could even do dried if you don't have fresh. We want to chop it up nice and fine. We're also going to be adding in some sultanas. This is very much a personal preference. If you like that kind of sweet little juicy pop inside savoury food, then you should add it in as well, because it is really, really nice. It definitely balances out the spices. You could also do some dried apricots or raisins or anything like that as well. But yeah, we've gone for sultanas today. I'm giving everything a brief mix with the spoon just to get everything incorporated, but we're really going to have to get our hands a bit dirty doing this because we want to mould the mince and kind of smush it together to form the kofta shape.
Now we've got the mince ready, it is got all of its spices and herbs and there's lovely sweet sultanas in. We're going to make it into the kofta shapes, which means forming it around the skewers. And we've got a little tip on how to do that, and that'll be just using a simple piece of parchment paper. So what we're going to do is we're just going to grab a handful of this, roughly a sixth of the mixture. Don't worry about measuring it out too much. We're going to put it into our paper with the skewer in the middle and really roll it up almost like a piece of sushi. I've made them a bit larger today, so we've only got 4 koftas instead of 6, but we're just going to put these in the fridge. They'll firm up a little bit and then we can get on with making some of the sides that we'll have with these later on.
Our koftas are in the fridge, so we're now going to move on to the other elements of our barbecue. As I mentioned earlier, we're going for a Middle Eastern theme, so we're going to do a few sides that go with that, and the whole overarching idea is that we're going to be making everything into a flatbread. So these sides can kind of go in your flatbread with the koftas or as well as on the side as well. So lots of different ways you can cook with them today. But the first thing we're going to make is a lovely slaw, and this is something we've been making all summer long. I think it's also a version of this is in our weekly meal plan ebook. So it's got cumin, some other Middle Eastern inspired kind of flavors and spices in there. Very simple, very quick to whip up, and it's kind of thing you can just keep in the fridge, add to your flatbreads, salads, sandwiches, whatever you fancy.
The two main veggies in our slaw are going to be white cabbage and carrot. We've got the cabbage all chopped now, and next up is the carrot. The chunkiness of your veg is kind of a preferential thing, totally up to you. We like it really nice and thin, so what we're going to use is a mandolin to chop these carrots. But it's by no means required. Go ahead and just knife chop them as thin as you want.
I'm just going to cover this and leave it on side until we're ready to serve up later. We still don't have proper garden furniture, so we're using this handy little camping table. I think this was my mum's, so it's like proper vintage. So yeah, we're using this, and then I've got this lovely tablecloth from our trip to Italy last year. We're just gonna set the table for our barbecue. I've got these really fun plates from Dunelm recently. I'm obsessed with them. Like, this is my dream plate. Gonna keep it simple for now because it's quite a small table, so the rest will be filled up with all our lovely food that we're making. Might add a little candle or a plant. Not that we're lacking in plants around us, but we'll see what we've got space for. This is a very simple yogurt based dip. So we've got our plain vegan yogurt, the one without extra sugar added, and then we're doing lemon zest and lemon juice. If you feel that you can't be bothered to do the lemon zest, I would encourage you to do it because it just makes so much difference.
I kind of feel like I'm pulling up to some sort of piano. This isn't really like optimal barbecuing situation, but
I think it looks pretty optimal to me. Great view.
I think it's time to start barbecuing. Because they're not meat, because it's vegan meat, it tends to be a bit more crumbly. It doesn't hold together exactly the same way. So you have to be a bit more careful when it comes to turning them on the grill, which is why I've got my handy spatula here. So I'm just going to slightly loosen them up. I'm cooking these on quite a high heat, and then I'm going to give them about 3 to 4 minutes before I give them a little roll or a flip, and I'm going to do about 3 or 4 times until I get the whole thing completely cooked. It looks as if the largest one that we made is starting to fall apart a little bit, which is a shame, but so long as it's cooked, and this is cooked, that's what I like to call a chef's delight.
Our koftas are ready to go. I've got all of our elements out, and now we're going to build our flatbreads.
I mean, everything looks amazing here, but I cannot wait to dig into this. I think I might just treat it like a massive taco. That is good. That is real good.
We've been trying out some different non-alcoholic drinks lately, and we recently tried this. This is a Crodino non-alcoholic spritz. It's like a lighter version of an apple. It's not as orangey. It's a bit more kind of like botanical and vanilla-y. It's really nice, and we're going to try it with some soda water this time as well because it's a little bit sweet for us, so we'll give this a go. Thank you guys for watching this video. We hope you enjoyed our barbecue and our Middle Eastern recipe. Yeah, it was great. I'm kind of sad that we didn't figure out this recipe at the beginning of summer. Yeah. This is now like getting towards the end of August, but we're going to make the most of it.
Bookmark this video for next summer.
And also these koftas as well, like we don't just have flatbreads for barbecues. Like it's not really traditional barbecue food. It's just we're a bit bored of like the traditional barbecue. We like to mix it up.
You can definitely cook this on your like hob at home. It doesn't have to be done outside.
Exactly, in the grill, in the oven.
But yeah, give these a try. Let us know what you think, or any other like really nice barbecue bits that you guys make. Let us know what kind of things you guys have been making this summer.
Are you guys bored of the traditional barbecue as well? Like, do you guys like mixing up your inspo? Let us know in the comments.
And we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.